In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can start sourcing your designs from Etsy. So apparently a lot of people are having some issues with this because, for one, they don't know what exactly to look for on Etsy when you're looking for designs. And to be completely honest with you, I totally understand it. Especially when I first started, I was having a lot of troubles finding the right images, finding the right styles, and finding the right image formats. So this is something that I had to do a lot of testing with and just figure out what works and what doesn't. And even to this day, a lot of the times, some of the listings on Etsy for images, even though they have good reviews, they're not the best. At least not for things like, let's say, editing or just changing things up, unless it's specified. But let me just show you what I mean. So right now we're over at the Etsy website, and Halloween is right around the corner. So let's just look up for Halloween designs. So when we're searching up different images or designs through Etsy, the one thing you want to do is go ahead and put your niche or the topic. So Halloween. And then afterwards, don't put shirt. Don't put merchandise. Don't put poster or whatever the case is, simply because you're going to get those actual products. What you want to do is you want to look up either PNG, design, or my favorite, PSD, which is the Photoshop. But you're going to find a few different ones, and you're just going to learn to work with what you get because it's kind of the nature of the game. But to start, let's just go for the easiest way of doing this and just put Halloween PNG. So as you can see, now you have all of these different images that are going to be PNG images. Now you're going to have quite a few variations. So for one, you're going to have one like this right here. And then you're going to have one like this right here, which is just a bunch of different ones or a collection of items or designs. You're going to have a bunch of other ones, like let's say this one that has all of these Halloween characters, Freddy, Jason, Pennywise, and Michael Myers. There you go. I couldn't think of the other guy's name. Obviously, you don't want to be selling these, at least not if you're selling on Etsy. If you're selling it to your friends and stuff, I mean, my primo, in like California or Arkansas or something asked me for one of these shirts, but don't be selling this stuff on Etsy because this is the type of stuff that's going to get you banned. I don't know how this listing is still up. It's the luck of the draw. But besides that, you're going to have a few other ones. So eventually what you're going to have to look for is this right here. So Black Cat Pumpkin PNG. You want to make sure that it says PNG. And the reason I go for PNGs is because typically a PNG is going to have a transparent background, which is just going to make it a lot easier to print. If you're using, let's say, a Silhouette Cameo or a Cricut machine or just any vinyl cutter, then you're going to want to switch it up and instead of PNG, put SVG. Then you're still going to get a few that you really shouldn't be getting, like this one right here. This obviously is not a SVG because it's full color, but you're going to know what to ignore and what not to. But look at this one right here. This is actually perfect. Okay, so I have a couple ones right now. So first off, this is the bundle. So let's say we go with this bundle. All you have to do is simply just add it to the cart. Damn, a lot of people have this in their carts. Over 769 with 20 purchases in the last hour. In the last 24 hours. They're making some pretty good money with this. But besides that, just go ahead and check out, and then you're going to be getting an email with the file. I'll show you in a second. Now, this is just one. This is an Easy Bake Coven. This has been super popular for quite a few years. So here you can see that this is just a basic PNG file. This is going to be just the image. Sometimes they'll send you the PNG by itself. Other times they'll send it to you with a JPEG. Other times they'll send it to you also as a PDF file. So this is something that you're going to have to, I guess, kind of risk, because there's a lot of times that I've seen this in particular. And even though it shows it has a PNG file, I don't get a PNG file. I get a PDF. And PDFs, they work sometimes, but sometimes they don't. So moving on to the SVG bundle. Here you can see that this one is clearly an SVG file simply because, well, for one, it says that it's an SVG file, but two, clicking into it, everything is solid colors. And as we all know, you can't really do gradients or fading or too many colors when it comes to SVG. Typically, you want to keep it kind of simple. So these are all clearly going to be SVG files. Now, again, unfortunately, sometimes some of these artists or some of these sellers, because I can't really say they're artists because guaranteed they just took all of these different ones, put them together in a bundle, and they're just selling it. They didn't actually make these. But regardless of that, a lot of the times they will be advertised as an SVG, but then they'll just give you a PNG. Then you're going to have to trace that PNG, and then the quality is not always going to come out the best. So one thing that I'm going to suggest to you is always look at the reviews, and don't look at the reviews for the shop. Look at the reviews for the actual item and see what people are saying, because this will actually help you save some money just checking out the reviews. Even though sometimes the reviews will say they're great, but then you download the file and then you're just like, what is this? I cannot edit this. It's just like, it was a waste of like $2. But again, it happens. It's just the nature of the game. So once you place your order, then you're going to get an email. Now, this is one email that I received for Photoshop files. So I actually looked up for PSD because I wanted to check out a few different templates, and this is what you get. A lot of the times this is what you're going to get. So here you're going to get this email. It's going to give you your file. Once you click it, it automatically downloads. And then in this case, it's giving me a text file. Now, don't freak out. What you're going to have to do is simply just read it. In this case, you're going to have the link. Go ahead and copy it over. And then here you have all of the different files. Now, this is a lot, and unfortunately, it's not properly labeled. It's all just 1 through 34. But that's how it's going to be a lot of the times. It's not going to be labeled the way you want it to. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. Again, nature of the game, luck of the draw. You're gonna just something you're gonna have to deal with. And some of these, even if you try to open them, you can't open them because they're PSD files. And when they're PSD files, that means you're gonna have to open it on Photoshop. So in order to find the right template that I wanted on here, I had to keep downloading every single one until I found the right one. Now, like I mentioned earlier, other times you might get a PDF. So in this case, I did get a PDF, but it's not a PDF that I'm gonna go ahead and edit. Instead, it's a PDF with a link to the Canva template, where you can simply just navigate to Canva, of course, with the link that you're provided. I can go ahead and just use the template. I can change anything that I need. So let's say I want to change this one to, I don't know, Kenny. The Thunderbolts, it's going to be Ravenclaws. I don't know, I'm just making something up right now. And then you can also go ahead and just switch around the images, replace them. And once you're done, you just go ahead and share and download. That's pretty much it. Now here it's telling you to download as a PDF. I wouldn't. I would prefer to just go ahead and download as a PNG just because it's just gonna make it a lot easier. And unfortunately, when it comes to certain designs like this, if they're being sold through Canva, it's not gonna fully work because a lot of the times you're not gonna have the option to download with a transparent background, which, as we all know, when it comes to t-shirt printing, it's what you need to do. You need to have the transparent background. Otherwise, you're going to have that big white block right behind it. And we don't want that. That's just going to look ugly. It's going to look like you just printed from an inkjet printer and slapped it with an iron. Now, this next one is a basic PNG file. And this is what I like to do. This is usually my favorite. This is what I try to aim for. Now, in this case, I actually purchased this Kamala Harris PNG. And then once you download it, you can see that it actually is a PNG and it's pretty high quality. It's got the deleted background. This was obviously made with AI because you can see this little wooden thing over here. I don't know what that is or what it's supposed to resemble. And the hand, it looks good, but it's kind of off, especially this last finger over here, but whatever, that's besides the point. Point here is that this is actually a good file. This is one that you can pretty much just take straight from your email and print it however you want. This is the ideal file that you want to go for. But again, you just need to make sure with the reviews, the seller, make sure it's a PNG file. And also for those of you watching that are just like, oh my God, Kamala Harris. Don't worry, I also downloaded some Donald Trump ones too. I'm selling both ways. I really don't care about anybody's political view. I don't like to express my political views. All I know is that right now, election season means money season. Because you can really capitalize on politics. It's because people have such strong feelings, whether it be on the left or the right. Again, I don't care, to each their own. I'm going to be selling t-shirts for both sides. And I suggest that you try to do that as well. That's pretty much all there is to it. As you can see, shopping for designs on Etsy, it's not that hard. You just need to know what to look out for and what you're actually trying to accomplish as your end goal in terms of the design and the type of product that you want to offer. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that little bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. So let me know down in the comments below your thoughts. Is this something that you use for your designs? Do you source your designs from Etsy? Do you use something else? Me personally, I use Kittl. I love their AI text to image generator. If you want to check that out, just check out the description down below. I'm going to have my affiliate link down there to that. And if you want to learn a little bit more about that, just go ahead and click on one of the two videos that you're going to see pop up in front of you.